Welcome to This Explainer. Look, right off the bat, we're tackling a massive headache for literally every leadership team out there, holding on to good people. We're going to dive straight into the invisible force that's secretly pulling the strings on your caregiver turnover rates. Okay, let's kick things off with this absolute truth bomb. People don't leave jobs, they leave culture. We really need to reframe how we view turnover. You know, when an employee hands in that 2 weeks notice, they aren't just walking away from a paycheck or a messy schedule. No, they are actively walking away from your culture. All right, as promised, here's a super quick summary of the lesson today before we jump into the weeds. First, culture is exactly what dictates if your caregivers stay or leave. Second, to build a solid foundation, you need rock-solid SOPs and mutual respect. And third, leadership absolutely must shut down toxic behaviors the second they pop up. Moving right into Section 1, the anatomy of culture. We hear this buzzword thrown around all the time, right? But let's actually break down what it means. So, stripping away all that fluffy HR jargon, culture is simply the invisible force that determines whether your caregivers decide to stay or walk out the door. It's kind of like gravity. You can't put it on a spreadsheet, but man, it exerts the absolute strongest pull on your team's behavior. And this comparison really hits the nail on the head. On one side, you've got a toxic environment. It's a complete mess of unclear policies and, worst of all, ignored bad behavior. On the flip side, a true retention environment is like a shield. You're swapping out all that chaos for clarity, using clear standard operating procedures, creating a space that actually feels safe and supportive. Now, check out this breakdown of the 6 core cultural elements and their real-world impact. Notice how things like transparent communication and leadership accountability aren't just, cute perks to slap on a job description. They are foundational operations. Clear policies straight up eliminate daily confusion. Transparent communication cuts off backstage gossip before it even starts. And holding leaders accountable, well, that proves to everyone that the rules actually apply. These elements validate your team's hard work and show them a genuine path forward. All right, on to Section 2, culture in action. Time to move from theory to actual daily habits. Here are 4 completely non-negotiable leadership protocols. Step 1, onboard your new hires with culture in mind from minute 1. Step 2, you have to actually model the behavior you expect from them. Step 3, celebrate the wins, big and small. Keep that positive momentum going. And step 4, well, address toxic behavior immediately. Seriously, pay close attention to this one. The exact second you let toxic behavior slide, your whole culture starts to crumble. Okay, we've got the mechanics down. Let's bring it all home with Section 3, the ultimate retention tool. When the pressure is really on, when shifts are sitting empty and turnover is skyrocketing, you have to step back and ask yourself, what is my single biggest retention tool? What's the one lever I can pull to stop the bleeding? The answer? It's your culture. It's not tossing out a quick 50-cent pay bump. It's not trying to juggle and negotiate slightly better shifts. Your culture is the ultimate invisible glue that holds your entire team together when things get really tough. I'm going to leave you with this final thought to chew on today, bringing us right back to where we started. People don't leave jobs, they leave culture. Take a hard look at your own agency. Are your caregivers actually leaving because the day-to-day work is just too hard? Or are they running from the invisible force you've built? Thanks for hanging out with me for this explainer. Now get out there and build a culture that makes people want to stay.